The attitude, you can bet, will be different as they take on SC Villa, because they know that this is the kind of game that has so many eyeballs, and they are expected to put up a solid performance for their own reputation. There was clearly no charge from the defense to try and put pressure on the ball, and that gave him a lot of space and time to pick his spot and then fire in. And even before you blame the goalkeeper, it seemed like it was a penalty take there. If you look at that the pressing was very late. So it gave Fred Amaku all the time and also the space to shoot at.
Well, the distance that was covered there, quite a lot. Plenty of gaps in there. Just a quick signal there from Amaku to ask for the ball. Had the space, but a shot from outside of the box to your near post is a no-no. You should be covering that.
Well, the thing is that, yes, while that could also apply, like you say, but you see the problem is that he's got to try and balance that goal area. And this is where that press should have been very fast from Arnold Odong. If he had pressed in, then that shot doesn't happen. Yes, Chibirige may be blamed, but I also think that Arnold Odong was very lazy in trying to put pressure on that ball. That's what exposed SC Villa there.
New debt, second round, same old Villa problems, and the debates will rage on who should take stick there, be it the defense or be it the goalkeeper. Maybe for some they'll just begin to feel these grounds are not really working out for them.
Well, I think that should be a wake-up call for them to do better on defense, but also when it gets to being exposed on the counter-attack, because you don't understand how that run is made. And there's definitely nobody marking Abraham Tusubira as Villa is attacking. So where was the fullback on the right? Where is the midfield, the two holding midfielder? They should be balanced in the field.
The last 10 games against Maroons Football Club, AC Villa have only lost once.
Being as physical as possible. It's going to be a card dished here. Defensive third. This is what Villa's got to try and maintain.
Kafumbe with the cross in. AC Villa had one player just arriving late. Decent play there from Chiwanuka.
Yeah, that was a very good delivery. If you see the way they put pressure on Maroons, and then as Maroons tried to get out, Villa still got the ball back, and it was good transition in terms of getting the attack going again, and the delivery from Kafumba was really good.
Chance into the box, a shot and a sure save. There is a job to take it.
Actually, Tusubira with a very good delivery. Not a bad delivery at all from Abraham Tusubira, just that Baiga didn't give it enough punch there. So it was quite easy for the goalkeeper to pick up.
Now into the midfield, looking to stretch the width once again. This time it's Chiwanuka that flops to the left side. Looking to switch up play. Kafumbe delivers the cross. Back to the center.
Cross well dealt with, by the way, by Maroons. Again, by a guy in a very good position. So by the time that the cross was delivered, he could see it arrive very well. So he just put a head to it, and it was out of Maroons' penalty area. So you can see that one of the things that has looked quite good for Maroons is the positioning of their defenders has really looked good up until now.
Jansia, straight shot. He kept waltzing in. He kept coming close. He had numbers all around him. It looks like both options not available to him as he gets it back here to Kafumbe. Kafumbe twisting one way, then the other. Once again, another player that seems to have mastered the Trivela. And that
I expect Villa to score a goal and maybe Maroons to score.
Okay, let's get there then.
second half is already underway right here at the Mutesa 2 Stadium in Wankurukuku.
They can keep doing that. I think that Villa can create a few chances and score a few goals.
How many teams can brag that they've been able to perform an open heart surgery here on that defense? They'll come again, SC Villa looking to strike from distance. Well, for many, we anticipated that it would be another cross, and I thought it would be another wasted opportunity. Kafumbe decided to sting the palms there of the goalkeeper. That will be a corner.
Yeah, but he's looked bright, Kafumbe. You can see that he's been at the center of almost every piece of action of Maroons. Each time that they are, rather each time that they attack, you see Kafumbe involved, and that's been very good contribution from him.
A few more like him, and Villa could be right back in it. But, another dreadful corner, and Orombi shan't sit down. That was poor play from Gavin. He should probably get a booking.
You just can't play it at that kind of pace, and you think that the defense will not keep it safe. Well, you need to move it very quickly and make it very difficult for them to get to the ball and try and exploit the spaces that they leave each time that they move.
Well, there's a tussle out here.
Season, and he probably could have, but he's around.
Ball whipped in, headed wide. That's a goal kick.
The thing is that you expect Owori to be one of the mainstays in that Villa midfield, but the fact that he has still failed to really get in, then there must be something that has happened to his game that has forced the coach's hand not to entrust him with the responsibility as a starter.
Kande, one of those responsible for keeping him on the bench. Chizito plays the ball up front. Swift turn here from Abbas. Tries to lay it back. A shot comes in. And a typical AC Villa goal. It's scored out here. They moved it with supreme certainty.
The calmness that he showed in not rushing the shot, getting the ball onto his left foot, and then he just set it up there. That was a very good play there. Just look at that. Just set it up quite well. And the composure after they opened up that Maroons defense, he damaged the goalkeeper and then he just slides the ball past him. That was a brilliant finish. And what a player. His 5th goal of the season and 2 assists already this season. That's a really, really big talisman now for AC Villa that Patrick Kakande is turning out to be.
2 things you would say. He constantly reaps the reward for persistence. He keeps chasing after all the balls and then he lets his talent shine through. Top lad.
Yeah,
top lad.
Very good player. And that's what you want to have from a player in any team that wants to win games. You need to have a player that shows that he's a real talisman that can finish off chances.
Amaku now wants to respond in fashion. And Kakensa was not happy there that the ball did not come his way. Maroons played huge contribution in really setting up many teams tried to charge it back.
Even Vipers
had to slap to a draw. KCC had the more unfortunate one, and Chivirige there gets himself a yellow card. Needless. Absolutely needless.
Is it the first time that he gets himself caught in this kind of skirmishes that you wouldn't expect him to? Because you've got the ball, just clear it away. Why are you trying to run with it? You're a goalkeeper. You're not an outfield player. Just kick the ball away or pass it to your teammate. So for him to get the ball and try to play out the way he did while showing so much of the ball to the opponent, just exposing his team.
If I had the benefit to give him another name, I would call him a fiasco. Seems to be right at the center of it all the time.
I guess that's the reason why he hasn't been also starting games as much as he probably would have.
Free kick. Very tricky position. Well, they'll have to keep their wits about them. Maroons Football Club is a team that is very notorious for being able to pull back in places where they are least expected.
Yeah, definitely. They've got the belief and they've done it before, and therefore you think that they always pose a big threat. By a guy on the far post, he probably would be a target, but in the end that delivery was not the very best there. Ground ball, near post, easy to mark. Chigozi, it's actually Rukundo, crosses the ball in and it's headed away. AC Villa retain possession now, forced to clear their lines. Scruffy ball, it's a player that's on the ground. The referee says carry on, looking to tease it up, and the shot comes in and it goes wide. I don't think they'll get a better chance than that. That was their silver lining. I just don't understand what tries to cross the ball forward. AC Villa now packing that midfield. Just close the final third. It's going to take a Hail Mary of sorts here. Haji wants to bring it, and a header! Chivirige was up to the task and alert this time to the danger. That is goalkeeping. Yeah, that was good goalkeeping. You think that the header was well planted there by the man there, the marksman Amaku. Just that Chivirige also read the flight of it quite well. I guess he didn't have the power and pace on it, so made it a bit easier for the goalkeeper also. Well, the replay will tell a very different story about Arnold Odom. He was totally flat-footed there.
now barging into Fred Amaku. That will be a free kick.
Fights more pressure.
And it looks like AC Villa's backline is absolutely tired. They just can't wait for that final whistle to save them from any further attacks. And now it looks like tempers are flaring here between Amaku and Odong. We did say that happened almost a couple of seconds earlier. Then they chose peace, and now looks like
well, Odong is suggesting that he went down easily.
Adding a little firepower here. Nothing like a small brawl here to spice up the end.
I don't think that we're going to have so much action now. This is where Villa's got to have its concentration levels really high, because any miss up here and Maroons force the share of spoils.
To solve it out, they do have numbers in that box area, especially that far end whereby Iga seems to be signaling for the ball if it can get to him. And that's where it's going, to the far post. Players hitting the ground, 2 AC Villa players on the ground. As the ball is whipped back in, there's a player still groaning in pain.
Goalkeeper Medi Chibirige seems to
Chibirige
suggest that there was contact on him.
He also seems to be still having issues clutching at his midriff. The game does continue. Villa now defending desperately for dear life. And the referee signals the end of the game.